Be a wonderful evening. Gaura Vani Prabhu is touring the UK for the first time since 2009, he told us backstage. So he hasn't been here in 14 years, and so this is a really wonderful opportunity for us to hear some of his songs, hear some of his... speaking of man, let's give him a round of applause, please. So yeah, Gaura Vani Prabhu has not been here since 2009, but very kindly he's allowed us to create a schedule in which he's shared with so many wonderful people. He's been sharing at different yoga studios, including Studio 108 at Omnom in Islington, and then we'll have another event, our last event on Sunday at Love Supreme, but this is our opportunity to chant for the pleasure of Shri Shri Radha Gokulananda. And so from everyone at Bhaktivedanta Manor, Gaura Vani Prabhu, thank you so much and your family for joining us. Let's give him another loud round of applause, please. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, nice to see you. Where would you like to be? Can we get a cushion for Maharaj if he'd like to sit by Srila Prabhupada? Hare Krishna. Sorry to make you wait a little bit. We're just running a bit behind. Very grateful, happy to be here with so many friends. And we've been having programs all over. We got to take part in Rath Yatra, which was the first time that I had ever been to the London Rath Yatra. It was very meaningful because I just read Shamsundar Prabhu's book and then Mother Yamuna's book, and then I got to come and take part in the Rath Yatra, so it was really special. So we have another artist joining, a mystery artist, but let's start by welcoming Kavi Prabhu on the Mridanga. You all know him. And Kavi's super talented. Comes from a very talented dynasty. I just heard him speak Welsh for the first time. That was an incredible experience for me. Thank you for being here. And we have Chandramali Maharaj joining the band. Are you on a tour, Chandramali Maharaj? Where are you going from here?
Berlin Rath Yatra, Saturday.
Do you mind me asking your age, Maharaj?
I don't mind, but I don't think it has any...
Well, the relevance is if anyone's ever seen you dance in Kirtan, then...
Well, the number 76 is coming up soon.
Has anyone here not seen Chandramali Swami dance in Kirtan? Everyone's seen. You've never seen? Oh, Krishna. Okay, I hope we get there tonight. I hope we can have Maharaj dance tonight. Thank you, Maharaj, for joining us.
I'm ready.
And we have now quite an old friend of mine, Colin Campbell on saxophone tonight. Please give Colin a round. And we have Radhika Das. Everyone knows Radhika, Prabhu. You want to take it? Radhika Ranjan Adhikari. I want to say a special thanks to Radhika because when I reached out, I haven't been here since 2009, and it was like, where do I even start organizing programs? Obviously, Guru Charana Padma Devi and her family, and her daughter Janavi would have been my first place to start, but she's not here. So I kind of was like, I don't know what to do. How do I organize programs in London? Who do I speak to? And Radhika stepped forward and said, would you like me to help you? Because if you would, I'm happy to help. Very gracious. So really, you did so much, and I can't express my gratitude. Thank you, Radhika. Let's have another round of applause for Radhika. And this is Prahlad Narsingha. Prahlad is joining us playing kartals this evening. Does everyone know Prahlad? Okay, well, I hope you get to know him. He's a wonderful devotee. Let's give a round of applause to Sai Prabhu. And of course, the legend, the man, the myth, the legend, Amal Harinam. Please give him a round of applause. And, they say a prophet is never appreciated in their hometown, but I think maybe it's not true. Nadia is so beloved here, isn't she? And she's beloved all over the world by Mahaprabhu's grace. So thank you. Darling, Nadia the Darling. That's her last name. Did you know that? Nadia Darling, that's their last name. Okay. And let's see here. We have the Panchatattva. This incredible painting. And we have dear Kaylee Woods, international superstar. I love Bhaktivedanta Thakur. I love Bhaktivedanta Thakur. Is anyone here not familiar with Bhaktivedanta Thakur? So I really love, Bhaktivedanta Thakur was so enthusiastic to share the love of Krishna that he would just do it in any style that he could find. He basically was writing songs like in the rap music of his day, taking on different personalities even. It's quite fascinating. So when I first heard the music of Kaylee, I was like, this is like the same tradition as Bhaktivedanta Thakur, putting your heart out in the English language to share with the world. And as I've gotten to know him, he's an incredible musician. I'm super grateful to be playing with you. Thank you for all your beautiful music. And we'll introduce the mystery artist later. My name is Gaura Vani, and I don't remember choosing to come to Krishna consciousness because my parents chose it for me. So it was like, you show up and this is your community and this is your music. Sometimes people say, why do you wear those Indian clothes? And I say, I don't know, this is like what I was raised in, So it's an incredible journey. Each day, I think each of us come from different places, and although we may see each other based on so many lenses, he looks like this, she looks like that. The truth is, each of us must recommit to our Krishna consciousness every single day and choose what it means to be a devotee for ourselves. So for me, even though I was raised in this movement, that's my journey, is each day to say, am I a devotee today? And how am I a devotee today? How do I use whatever Krishna gave me today to make this my place, my community, my home. So thank you very much for being here. Let's start in honor of this incredible painting. I have never seen this painting before. When Prahlad and I came in, we just stood here. He told me that the original is bigger than this, Maharaj. Amazing. This is like being in the painting and being in the story of Lord Chaitanya. It's really incredible. So let's start with the Chaitanya mantra, the Panchatattva Maha Mantra. I want to do it a little differently than we usually do. Is that okay? So let's meet each of these personalities through their name. Sometimes we do this Chaitanya mantra as if it's like just something that you got a checklist before you go on to the rest of the Kirtan. But who is Lord Chaitanya? If you could unmute the harmonium. I'm not hearing the harmonium in the monitors. Still no harmonium in the monitors. Thank you. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaura Vani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pascharya He is a saint. He is an avatar. He is the hidden avatar. They call him the secret Krishna. Who is Sri Chaitanya? When he was young, 13 years old, he defeated in debate the greatest orator of the entire area, Keshav Kashmiri. He used to ride around on a gigantic elephant. And behind the elephant, on the elephant's butt, he used to keep a list of everyone that he had defeated. When Lord Chaitanya's students, he was only 13, but he had a whole school underneath him. Can you imagine? When Lord Chaitanya's students heard that Kashmiri was coming to town, they said, just go. There's no reason to get entangled in all this argument with this guy. Just go. Everyone knows you don't need to debate him. Just go. And Lord Chaitanya, Nimai Pandit said, I hear he rides on an elephant, very high. And they said, yes. And he said, well, then I'm not worried. Why? Trees that have fruit, they hang low to the ground. But only a tree with no fruit will stand tall like that, so I'm not worried. But Lord Chaitanya abandoned all of this when he met his guru and tasted the love of Krishna. He abandoned all this kind of thing, pursuit of education, erudition, scholarship, respect. And people would say, you are a sannyasi. You should speak about Vedanta. And he said, you know, actually, I'm just a fool. My guru said I'm too dumb to understand these things. So I just chant and I dance. Please join me chanting and dance. Lord Chaitanya, Lord Chaitanya, Krishna, Gupta Krishna, Gaur Krishna. Who is he? Who is this mysterious person that caused first hundreds, then thousands, then millions of people to gather in the streets? Jaya Gaura Bhaktivedanta Jaya Gaura Bhaktivedanta Jaya Gaura Bhaktivedanta Jaya Gaura Jaya Gaura Bhaktivedanta Jaya Gaura Bhaktivedanta Jaya Gaura Bhaktivedanta Jaya Oh my God, it's the mysterious artist. Do you guys know? Do you know who this is? You guys don't know who this is? Oh, I'm so happy that I get to introduce you to this wonderful devotee. This is Barshana Priya. Barshana Priya is a god sister of mine. She comes from Moldova, but she's living in Vienna, playing as a soloist for the greatest orchestras in Europe. And you'll hear her today by Mahaprabhu's grace. Jai, welcome. Hare Krishna. What a group. Hare Krishna. Last night at Studio 108, we were like flying. Have you ever heard this quote? Mahaprabhu said, Vakreshwar Pandit is like my wing, and if I had a second wing, I could fly. Have you ever heard this quote before? Last night we had two wings. We had Colin, and we had Varshana Priya, and we were flying, right? It was incredible last night. Gupta Krishna. Who is this Mahaprabhu? Who is this Mahaprabhu? Who is this Chaitanya? The story goes, once Radha and Krishna were sitting together, and a bee started bothering Radharani. And she's just like this, not trying to hurt the bee, she's just going like this. And Madhu Mangal stands up, he says, I will protect you. And he chases away the bee with his claw. And then he composes a little Sanskrit poetry and he says, don't worry, Madhu is gone. The Lord of Sweetness, I have chased him away. And Radha heard this. The Lord of Sweetness is gone. The Lord of Sweetness is my Krishna. Krishna is gone. She was sitting next to Krishna. And she fainted. She was sitting next to Krishna. Her love for Radharani is greater than reality. She fainted. And Krishna saw this and he thought, how is this possible? How is it possible that Radha loves me so much that I'm here and she thinks I'm gone from her love? And he thought, I need to taste that. I need that. That thing I have never tasted. So when he told Radharani of his plan to come as a devotee, you know what she said? This is very beautifully described in the book by Satyaraj Prabhu called, what's it called? Oh, can't remember. Birth of Kirtan? No, that's by Ranchor Prabhu. Satyaraj Prabhu wrote a beautiful book. Now I have to remember the name. I'm so sorry. So Radharani said, you can't go as a devotee. It's not possible. What? She said, the ecstasy that I feel would make you throw yourself in the air and smash yourself on the ground, and you would break into 1,000 bits. That's what she told Lord Krishna. She said, the only way you can come is if I come with you, and I will be like a shield. I will be the golden shield encasing your body and protecting you. That's the only way you'll be able to survive coming as a devotee. This is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Radha and Krishna in one person. We had Jagannath Rath Yatra the other day. Can you imagine the intense tsunami of emotion in Mahaprabhu's heart standing in front of Jagannath? Radha and Krishna in one person. And in this painting you can see it. Just look at Gadadhar Pandit's face. Look at the face of Gadadhar Pandit, huh? So filled with spiritual emotion. Srila Prabhupada used to call these paintings windows to the spiritual world. Oh, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Bhaktivedanta Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadigo Bhaktivedanta. Let's have a round of applause for Varshana Priya. Together with one voice. Oh, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Bhaktivedanta. In our hearts, in our minds, let us place ourselves in the courtyard of Srivas Thakur's house. There in that courtyard grows a tree, a mango tree planted by the hand of Mahaprabhu himself. The fruits of that tree, they have no seed, they have no skin. And you may think that is impossible, and you would be right. But he did it. Once a man, he asked Srila Prabhupada, kind of a cheeky man, he asked Srila Prabhupada, could Krishna create a mountain so heavy that he could not lift it? What did Prabhupada say? He said yes, and then he would lift it. Okay, through the power of mantra, through the power of sacred sound, let us meet these personalities. Because we are part of the Gaur Bhaktivedanta. How? It's another miracle. It's impossible. How am I, some random guy from America, part of the Gaur Bhaktivedanta? Impossible. Through the grace of Mahaprabhu, through the grace of Srila Prabhupada, only. Oh, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Together, everyone, Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Prabhu Nityananda. Prabhu I couldn't decide whether I should give this bearded man the Sri Advaita line or this bearded man the Sri Advaita line. Together. Sri Advaita. Everyone. Sri Advaita. Sri Advaita. Sri Advaita. Gadadha. Gaura Vani. Together. Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhaktivedanta. Again. Shiva Sadi Gaura. 4 times. Jai Gaura. Jaya Gaura Bhaktivedanta. Jaya Gaura Bhaktivedanta. again. Jaya Gaura Bhaktivedanta. One more time. Jaya Gaura. Panchatattva, 5 truths. Here's my humble submission. Number 5, Shrivas. 5 truths. What are the 5 truths? I'm not a very advanced devotee. This was just my meditation, my submission for you. Number 5, Shrivas Thakur. A community gathering together based on love. Shrivas. Gadadhar, number 4. A heart on fire for love, with love for God. A heart on fire. Gadadhar Pandit would read Bhagavatam with so much love that tears would wash away the ink. A heart on fire with love for God. Number 4. Number 3, Advaita. The power of prayer. The transformative power of prayer. If it wasn't for the prayers of Advaita, we would have no Mahaprabhu. Every day he bathed his Shalagram Shila in Ganga water, Tulsi, and tears, crying for Mahaprabhu to come. Number 2, Nityananda. Fearless love for everyone. Fearless love for everyone. Number 1, Mahaprabhu. What can you say about Mahaprabhu? Here's one small quality of Mahaprabhu. The incredible power of humility. They say that ocean of Mayavadi sannyasis in Benares, they were all transformed by Mahaprabhu's humility. He sat in the shoe room and he didn't want to enter. They said, why? He said, I am nothing compared to all of you. The Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, 7 days of talking. He was transformed by Mahaprabhu's humility. He just listened with such a humble heart for 7 days. And then what? He said, Sannyasi, do you not understand? I've been teaching you for 7 days. You've not said a single thing. And Mahaprabhu said, Vedanta is very clear. It's like the sun shining in the sky. But your explanation is like a cloud covering the sun. But it was humility that touched Sarvabhauma's heart. Okay, now with one voice, let's go through this mantra. This incredible mantra. Mahaprabhu said if we just chant this mantra before we chant any other mantra, he will take all of the burdens away and give us the blessings. Give us the blessings. He'll do all the work. Oh, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar with your arms in the air. Come on, everyone. Oh, Shri Krishna. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Gadadhar Shiva Sarvadiyo. Call him, Prabhu. Play it through. round of applause for Colin Prabhu. It's always good to clap for the devotees. Celebrating the devotees makes Mahaprabhu give his blessings to us. Okay, one more time. And let each of these names meet you. Who knows? Will I ever meet Mahaprabhu? Will I ever meet Mahaprabhu? I don't know. But through his holy name, I'm meeting him right now. Oh, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Jaya Gaura Bhaktivedanta. Together. Everyone. Jaya Gaura Bhaktivedanta. Gaura Hariva. Sai Gaura Hariva 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 Sai Gaura Hariva Hariva Sai Gaura Hare Krishna. So I come from Washington, D.C., the greatest city in the whole world. Oh, you thought it was London? When my wife's name is Vrinda, when Vrinda was in college, there was how do I say this? There was 2 weeks of terror in Washington. People were dying all over the city, just dropping over in random places, parking lots, petrol stations, schools, just random places. The man who did the gardening at the temple in Potomac, where our temple is, was killed in a gas station by gunshots, and no one knew who was doing it. There was no shooter. For 2 weeks, it went like this. Just, I think 20-something people died. Do you remember this? This was in the news. I don't know if you remember this. You remember this, Colin? So my wife was in college driving to school. Hey, Wallaby. And she didn't want to stop and fill up her car because, you know, we were terrorized. It was happening right in our neighborhood, actually. So finally, she ran out of gas. She ran out of petrol, and she called me and she said, I just want to be on the phone with you while I'm filling up gas. So what do you do? What can I say? Nothing, right? So we just chanted together. Mantra. Mantra is, it's a seed. It's like Mahaprabhu says in Shikshastakam, which we'll sing a little later today. Mahaprabhu says, in every name of Krishna is all of his energies and potencies inside. It's a seed. It's like the spiritual world encased in a sound structure. And if we can plant that and it starts to germinate, the spiritual world will appear. Bhaktivedanta Thakur in Kalyana Kalpataru, he says in the introduction, this is one of his songbooks, I need your help, Bhaktivedanta Thakur says. Please help me. I'm trying to transplant a tree from the spiritual world to the material world. And I don't know if it will survive the voyage. This is what he says in his poetry. I don't know if it will survive the voyage. So please help me. I need your help. We must be very careful. Mantra, it's like a compass. It can reset our lives and give us direction in times of difficulty. So I wrote this song. I wrote this song for my wife. Well, you've chosen the life of a sailor, my dear. With each rolling wave, new adventures appear. But if I neglect to speak of the storms that creep up behind like the devil, I'd be lying. You know life on the sea is as blessed as its girls. The warmth of the sun turns quickly to thirst. Your head starts to spin as the options get thin. And sometimes even the wind just stops blowing. So I wrote the song for you to remind you of what's true, to keep your boat sailing straight and true. These words can see through when times get tough and the seas are rough. This song can be like a compass to guide you through, to guide you. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare There are days that you won't believe you'll survive. Black water surrounds your boat on all sides. Your eyes start to leak as you stare at the deep, realizing how far away you are from the shore. And you think you hear voices from below the way. Your mind starts to play with the shadows and shapes, convinced that the stories of monsters are true. But have faith that somewhere I'm seeing, in a small cottage down by the ocean, keeping the light outside burning. No, you will never be forgotten. My hand on the guitar is strumming. The voice in my chest is rising, and I'm singing this song for you. You know I wrote this one for you, to remind you of what's true, to keep your boat sailing straight and true. These words can see you through. Times get tough and the seas are rough. This song can be like a compass to guide you through. To guide you together with one voice, let us reset our compass tonight. We're not chasing anything but the holy name as our goal, as our destination. Together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Rama, Rama, Last time. Okay, one more, everyone. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Thank you. I'm not sure where to look. Could I get some help with this from the sound devotees? We're all devotees of sound. My guitar wasn't in sound check, but my guitar is feeding back. If you just listen, I turned off the harmonium mic in case it was the harmonium.
Might be the mids. Maybe take some mid out of the EQ.
Maybe we need more mid out of the
Less.
EQ.
Take
Some more mid out, less mid in the... It's in my monitor. Also, could I have a little bit of I know it's going to take a moment to fix that. Can I have a little bit of call-in saxophone in my monitor, please? That's better. Could I now get a little guitar volume back in the monitor? Feedback is gone. Thank you. Bit more? Thank you. Let's give them a round of applause. Radhe 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 Govinda, Radhe 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 Govinda, Radhe 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 Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Radhe 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 Govinda, Radhe 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 Govinda, Radhe 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 Govinda. Can I get some sax in here? Radhe 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 Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Radhe 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 Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Radhe 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 Govinda, Radhe Radhe Radhe. Krishna Murari, Krishna Murari, Krishna Murari, Krishna Murari, Krishna Murari, Shri Krishna Murari, Krishna Murari, Krishna Murari, Krishna Murari, Krishna Murari, Krishna Murari, Krishna Krishna Murari, Krishna Murari, Krishna Murari, Krishna Murari, ah, Krishna Murari. Shri Krishna Murari, everyone. Krishna Murari, Shri Krishna Murari. Mama Mana Mandire, Mama Mana Mandire,
Mama Mana Mandire,
Mama Mana Mandire, Mandire, Mandire. Mama Mana Mandire, Mama Mana Mandire, Mama Mana Mandire, my mind, my heart, the core of my being is a temple. Think about how easily we could eradicate all the difficulties of the world if we just looked at each other as moving temples. How could I insult you if I see you as the temple of my beloved Lord? In your heart, seated on the throne of your heart is my beloved Lord. Mama mana mandire rahanishi di Krishna Murari Shri Krishna Murari. Together. Mama mana mandire rahanishi di Krishna Murari Shri Krishna Murari Mama Mana Mandire Mama Mana Mandire. In this beautiful poem, Bhaktivedanta Thakur teaches us how to invite Krishna into the heart. Let us decorate the heart with flower garlands, but not the flowers of this world, because they will dry, they will wilt. The flowers of bhakti. Let us wash it with pure water, sandalwood, and invite the Lord to come live inside our heart. Bhakti Priti Mala Chanda Bhakti Priti Mala Chanda
Bhakti Priti Mala Chanda
Bhakti Priti Mala Chanda Juni Niyo Heniya Chidananda Tumi Niyo He Niyo Chidananda Jivana Marana Tava Puja Niveda Jivana Marana
Marana Tava Puja Niveda
Jivana Marana Tava Puja Niveda Sundara hai manahare Sundara hai manahare
Sundara hai manahare
Sundara hai manahare Sundara hai manahare Krishna Murari Krishna Murari Krishna Murari oh! Krishna Murari 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 Oh Krishna Murari Krishna Murari Krishna Murari Krishna Murari Oh Krishna Murari Shri Krishna Murari Krishna Murari Shri Krishna Murari Isho Nanda Kumar Nanda Kumar Habe prema pradipe aroti tomar. What is this sacred space in the heart? His Holiness Sachinandan Swami says, we are knocking, but we don't know when Krishna will open that door. So here we are begging, please, my Lord, please. In our meditation, we see the holy land of Vrindavan. We see the beautiful forests. We see the full moon night. We see the sand, soft sand of the Yamuna River. And if we are blessed, that river, she begins dancing. Soon, the current of the Yamuna will overflow her banks, flowing down our cheeks in the form of tears. That is the prayer. Oh, Nayana Jamuna. Oh, Nayana Jamuna. Jodeyani Ba. Nayane Jamuna Jare Aniba Nayane Jamuna Jare Aniba Tomara Virahe Giridhare Tomara Virahe Call him, Prabhu. Call him. Tomara virohe giridhari Tomara virohe Tomara virohe Tomara virohe giridhari. Now, if we had a chance to see Krishna tonight and invite him to our house for dinner prasad, how much would we beg? How much would we plead? If you went outside and he was standing there, and you said, oh, Krishna, will you come to my house for prasad? And he said, no, I won't come. How much would you beg and plead? Like that. You ready? Tomara virahe giridhari Tomara virahe giridhari Krishna Murari Krishna Murari Krishna Murari Krishna Murari Oh, Krishna Murari.
Krishna Murari.
Krishna Murari. Oh, Krishna Murari. Shri Krishna Murari. Krishna Murari. Shri Krishna Murari. Murari. Oh, Radhe Govinda Radhe. Radhe Govinda Radhe. Radhe Govinda Radhe. Oh, Radhe Govinda. 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 Radhe. Radhe Govinda, 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 Radhe. Radhe Govinda, 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 Radhe Govinda. One of the great blessings I have is to be able to travel and try and share some of our incredible tradition with the world. This tradition transcends religion. It transcends race. And so many people, they hear just one tiny bit and it changes their lives. I'd like to play a new song that I wrote called Mystic Gurudev. And each verse is honoring a special guru in my life. The first verse is for my Diksha Guru, His Holiness Radhanath Swami. The second is for one of my Shiksha Gurus, very dear Shiksha Guru, His Holiness Bhakti Tirtha Swami. And the third verse is for His Holiness Bhakti Swarup Damodar Swami. One of the things I get to say about this song is a real guru is not trying to be the focus of your attention. If you examine your spiritual life and instead of perceiving the Lord through your guru's example, you're only seeing that person, then he is not transparent. He is not giving you that lineage, that connection that we call the sampradaya. And the example I love to share is of a telescope. If you tell like an uneducated brute to put glasses on so he'll see better, he won't understand. He'll say, no, that doesn't make sense. You're blocking my vision with something else. But we understand glasses help. If you want to see the moon, you can go outside and look up, and there's the moon. But not like if you look through a telescope. And what is a telescope? It's a very simple thing. It's one lens magnifying another lens. Magnifying another lens, right? Stacked lenses. Who here has seen the images of the James Webb telescope? Have you seen those images on the internet? Mind-boggling how beautiful the universe is, magnified. Each one of those lenses, purely polished. A real guru is not just teaching us how to see the Lord, but a real guru is teaching us how to also be a transparent via medium for others. A real guru teaches us how to become a guru. That is the lineage. We're all gurus in training. Mahaprabhu said that. We're all gurus in training. As long as we stay transparent and we let those see who are seeing us see our guru. And our gurus sing there like that. So the chorus, I think you all know. Gurudev, Jai Jai Gurudev. Can you say that? Actually, it's a little different. It has like an American rock and roll. It goes, Gurudev, whoa, whoa. Then it goes Jai Jai Gurudev. Can you say that? Whoa, whoa. Okay, perfect. You guys got it. Whoa, whoa. Hold on one second. Haribol Amiya. Oh, mystic Gurudev, my heart lingers with you. In the sun-filled room, in the Maryland suburbs. Simple words turn to magic. The divine world appears with our eyes blessed by you. We tried to see what you see. Gurudev, oh, Jai Jai Gurudev, Gurudev, oh, Jai Jai Gurudev. Together, please. Gurudev, oh, Jai Jai Gurudev, Gurudev, oh, Jai Jai Gurudev, Gurudev, oh, Jai Jai. Jai Jai Gurudev. Everyone. Gurudev. Oh. Jai Jai Gurudev. Gurudev. Oh. Jai Jai Gurudev. Vande Guru Shri Charana Aravindam. Vande Guru Shri Charana Aravindam. Dark cloud appears and hovers over Pennsylvania, driving 90 miles an hour down those dangerous country roads. I'm trying to reach you, yes, I'm trying to get to you. And then the cell phone rings. I know they're calling to tell me the Black Lotus is gone. Gurudev, oh, Jai Jai Gurudev. Gurudev Jai Jai Gurudev Vande Guru Shri Charana Aravinda Vande Guru Shri Charana Vande Guru Shri Charana Aravinda Vande Guru Shri Charana. Thousand souls dancing Rasalila, Radha and her Lord, they dance in perfect unison with you, Gurudev. How's everyone feeling? Are you hungry?
Never.
Dhruva wasn't hungry either. Dhruva was fasting. Dhruva was doing pranayam. Dhruva was doing Ashtanga yoga. Dhruva, when he needed to eat, he was only eating roots and berries. He was digging in the earth with his little 6-year-old fingers in the middle of a clearing in the jungle. And that's where Narada found him. The great sage Narada Muni travels through the universes playing his electric bass ukulele and singing the names of Radhika Raman. Come on, someone give us an example of how Narada Muni sings the names of Radhika Raman. And he came to this jungle, and there he saw this little boy. But he recognized the boy, this boy, Dhruva. He was the son of the emperor. The son of the emperor, alone in the jungle, torn clothes, eyes sunken from fasting. Dhruva, what are you doing here? And Dhruva told him this story. I was playing in the throne room. My father was sitting on the throne. My half-brother Uttama was there, and we were laughing and we were joking, and I climbed up on my father's lap, and I felt the hand of my stepmother grab me and throw me to the floor. What does it sound like when a wicked stepmother throws someone to the floor? Varshana Priya. Wow. She said, never make that mistake, not even in a game, Dhruva. You will never sit on the throne. Only a child born from my womb will sit on this throne. Maybe, if you're lucky, you can pray to the Lord And in your next life, you can be born as my son, and then you can sit on the throne. Dhruva's heart was smashed. Bhagavatam describes it was like a snake that had been stepped on. He ran home to his mother and he buried his head in her sorrow and he's crying. He says, Mata, it's not fair. Life is not fair. And she said, Dhruva, your stepmother is right. I am the old wife. She is the new wife. Your father loves her. You have to face this is the hand that fate has dealt you. And she said, actually, what she told you is true. If you want to change your destiny, you have to approach the Lord. What else can you do? Dhruva said, Lord? What Lord? I don't know. What is this Lord? And she's saying to teach Dhruva, oh, Vishnu, he is the color of a blackish rain cloud. Beautiful helmet upon his head. His cloth, yellow silken cloth, like molten gold. His hands and his feet are like lotus flowers. And he rides on the gigantic golden eagle known as Buddha. So Dhruva was drinking this in with his ears, and that night, without telling anyone, he went to the forest. His little warrior's heart beating in his chest. 6 years old. And he tried to remember this form as taught by his mother. Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu. Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu. You also must have been taught by Dhruva's mother. You all know the words. Mangalam Garudadvaja. Mangalam Garudadvaja. Mangalam Pundarikaksha. Mangalam Pundarikaksha. Mangalayatano Hari. Mangalayatano Hari. Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu. Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu.
Mangalam Garudadvaja.
Mangalam Garudadvaja.
Mangalam Pundarikaksha.
Mangalam Pundarikaksha.
Mangalayatano Hari.
Mangalayatano Hari. Mangalam. 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 Mangalayatano Hari. Mangalayatano Hari. Auspicious. Mangalam is this form of the Lord. Mangalam. What is Mangalam? That perfect moment when your hair stands on, everything is just right. The wind is blowing, the sun is shining, and you stand there and everything is just perfect. Mangalam. This is what it's like when the Lord appears. Everything in its place. Dhruva meditated on this form. He did pranayam, Ashtanga yoga, and fasting. Mangalam, you sing. Mangalam. Mangala, 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 Mangalayatano Hariya, Mangalayatano Hari. So this is why I'm here, O great sage. I am in this jungle to find Lord Vishnu. So what did Narada say to this 6-year-old boy? Someone tell me. What would a great sage say to a little boy in the middle of the jungle? Go home, Dhruva. You're only 6. It's not that big of a deal. Life is difficult. And Dhruva said, I will not go. I have fixed my heart and my mind, and I will not leave until I've gotten what I've come for. What is that? What is it that you've come for, Dhruva?
my Lord, my king's, my father's kingdom.
Hey, get it straight. What have you come for, Dhruva?
My father's kingdom!
Oh! Dhruva wanted a kingdom so great that it was greater than his father's, greater than his father's father's, greater than his grandfather, Lord Brahma himself. Not a very spiritual request. So now for a moment, I want you to think, what is it that you want? That secret desire, not the one that you're willing to talk about, the secret one. So Narada saw that and he said, it's okay, Dhruva, I will help you. You're just missing the most important thing. What are you missing? Mantra. You have to add mantra. And I will give you the mantra so you can see the Lord. Are you ready? Om Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Soon Dhruva forgot about eating. He forgot about sleeping. All he could see was this form of the Lord in his heart day and night. He was just living on pranayam. Oh, Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu. Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu. Mangalam Garudadvaja. Mangalam Garudadvaja. Mangalam Pundarikaksha. Mangalam Pundarikaksha. Mangalaya Tanohari. Mangalaya Tanohari.
Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu.
Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu. Mangalaya Tanohari. Mangalaya Mangalaya Tano Hari.
Mangalaya Tano
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Bhagavate Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Oh, Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu,
Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu,
Mangalam Garudadvaja,
Mangalam Garudadvaja,
Mangalam Pundarikaksha,
Mangalam Pundarikaksha,
Mangalaya Tano Hari.
Mangalaya Tano,
Oh, Mangalam,
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 Mangalaya Tano Hari.
Mangalaya Tano Hare,
Mangalam,
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 Mangalaya Tano Hari. Oh, Mangalaya,
Tano Hare,
oh, Mangalaya Tano Hari. Oh, Mangalaya,
Mangalaya Tano Hare,
oh, Mangalaya Tano Hari.
Mangalaya Tano Hare,
Oh, Mangalaya Tano Hari.
Mangalaya Tano
Oh, Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Oh, Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Oh, Bhagavate Bhagavate Vasudeva. Bhagavate Bhagavate Vasudeva.
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Bhagavate Colin. Clap your hands. Clap your hands. Ha, ha. Mangalam Garudadvaja.
Mangalam Garudadvaja.
Mangalam Pundarikaksha.
Mangalam Pundarikaksha.
Mangalaya Tano Hari.
Mangalaya Tano Hare.
Oh, Mangalaya Tano Hari.
Mangalaya Tano Hare.
Oh, Mangalaya Tano Hari.
Mangalaya Tano Hare.
Oh, What just happened? What? So, what? What? What happened? Suddenly, the Lord disappeared. The Lord disappeared. Dhruva had been living on the darshan of the Lord, and he disappeared. It was the only thing that could have possibly broken Dhruva's meditation. And he opened his eyes there in the middle of the jungle, and there, in front of Dhruva, was the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The source of time, the source of all the universes, the sun, the moon, the stars, the source of beauty. It was too much for Dhruva to look into the face of beauty himself. And Dhruva's eyes fell to the Lord's feet, just like his mother had described. They were like lotus flowers. And the sweetness coming from the Lord's lotus feet was so intoxicating that the bumblebees were coming out of the jungle looking for the source of the nectar. And they were clustering around and buzzing around the Lord's feet. And then Dhruva felt the Lord's hand on his head. The Lord touched Dhruva. And prayers began to flow from Dhruva's mouth like a waterfall. Little 6-year-old boy, his prayers. And our acharyas, Srila Prabhupada, they teach us, Dhruva said in essence, I was looking for what I thought was a diamond, a precious diamond. But it was just broken glass. All I want is love for you. There is nothing of value but love for you. Please do not give me the kingdom. When the Lord spoke, his voice was like rolling thunder. He said, Dhruva, by the grace of Narada, I have heard your prayer, and I will grant you both the kingdom, and I will give you pure love. And you can always give direction for all time to those wayward travelers from your kingdom in the pole star. Now, many of us don't know this, but the pole star is actually a Vaikuntha planet shining down into this universe. If you're ever lost, look up and pray to Dhruva. Dhruva, please help me. I think I want a gigantic kingdom, but maybe I just want pure love for Krishna. Help me. So now you remember that old desire that you had, that maybe it's looking a little more like broken glass? Put it in your hands. Everyone fold your hands like this and put that desire into your hands. And let us chant a few more times. And I want you to chant into that desire and just let it transform by the power of this mantra given to us by Narada Muni. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Together, last time. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. One more. Om Namo Bhagavate We're coming to the end of our time together.
Allow it.
So we're going to do one more, whether you like it or not. We're going to sing a few verses of Shikshastakam. And then we'll sing Maha Mantra together. Is that all right? This evening was like a big Maha Mantra sandwich. Sometimes it helps me to think in terms of food, Chandramali Maharaj. Just a few announcements. Let's see. Kavi has a car for sale. He's looking to upgrade. He needs something big enough for the whole band. I'm leading a retreat I haven't done since COVID at the Govardhan Eco Village, which is an incredible place outside of Mumbai in the village called Wada. I only have space for a few people. It's a very small retreat. It's called Quantum Sadhana. We're going to be spending the weekends doing Kirtan in Mumbai, including at the end with the Flower Festival. But the 2 weeks that we're there will be just sadhana. So you might think, like, is Gaura Vani trying to get paid to do his sadhana? But the truth is that, you know, I really need this kind of company to spend with people who want to just chant, wake up early, chant their rounds, read together, practice Kirtan together, take prasad together for 2 weeks solid. That's all we're going to do. His Holiness Radhanath Swami will be there at that time. Other devotees like Raghunath and other friends will be there at that time. So, and if you don't go with me, you have to go with Radhika.
Go with him.
So, January 14th through the 27th, right before the Flower Festival. You can get more information on my Instagram, Gaura Vani Instagram. Any concerts coming up in Europe you want to announce?
I have a car for sale also.
There's a joke. I have to tell this joke. Oh my God, I'm going to regret it. You're going to regret it even more. So there's an old lady, and she calls a newspaper, and she said, I would like to put an obituary for my husband. He just passed away. And they said, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. She says, well, he was a lovely man. They said, okay, well, what would you like to say? She said, I want to say something about how he was a wonderful father, how he was a wonderful businessman, he was very charitable. The man says, sorry, I should interrupt you. We charge by the word. And she said, oh. Then she said, I guess just write Silverstein dead. And they said, well, we have a 5-word minimum. And she said, oh, Lord. She said, all right, Silverstein dead, car for sale. Okay, sorry. Thank you so much for being here. This is our last wave, Shikshastakam is so precious, so precious. Mahaprabhu taught so many devotees. He taught the most incredible, powerful, intelligent people of his day. Rupa and Sanatan, multi-billionaires. It would be like if you heard Elon Musk gave away his companies and went to the middle of the Vrindavan somewhere and found a sadhu. It was unbelievable. People couldn't understand. How is this possible? Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, the guru of the king, just started following this young sannyasi. People were mind-boggled. But Mahaprabhu didn't write any of his teachings. You know that. It was all through Rupa and Sanatan and other devotees, through Damodar. And his biographers, of course. He only left 8 verses. He was one of the most celebrated poets of his day. There's a story that one of his classmates had written a treatise on Sanskrit. This is such a lovely story. And they were on the boat together, crossing the Ganga. And he said, I want to show you this book I just wrote on Sanskrit grammar. And Mahaprabhu said, that's so funny because I just wrote a book on Sanskrit grammar. And his friend said, oh man, no one's going to read my book. You just wrote a book. And Mahaprabhu said, no, you shouldn't think like that. And he just took his book and he threw it in the river. This book, written by a man named Raghunath, is still the primary source of Sanskrit teaching to this day. He only left 8 verses. And we're only going to sing a few of them tonight. The chorus, of course. Padam. Vijayate. Shri Krishna. Sankirtanam. Oh no. I thought it was. Time needs to stand still here. Okay. We're just going to sing one verse of Shikshastakam. And then we'll chant the Mahamantra. Anything the heart can imagine can be delivered by the chanting of the holy name. It is the most powerful substance in the universe. Bhaktivedanta Thakur says, Nama bina kichu nahiko ara chauda bhuvana maje. There is nothing more precious than the holy name. Padam vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtana. Oh, Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtana. Everyone. Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtana. Harinam Eva Kevalam. Harinam Vijayate In this dark age of Kali, where quarrel and hypocrisy sit upon the throne, there is a full moon rising in the night, the holy name of the Lord. And those of us born in the age of Kali are so fortunate, because we have hearts that are like the kyra of a flower, the night blooming white lotus. It only opens in the night. What a blessing. And as the holy name descends, it begins to touch our hearts. Those lotuses open, filling the night with the most incredible fragrance. Bhava Mahadava Nirvapana Shreya Kairava Chandrika Vitarana. Oh, Vidyavadu Anandam Pratipadam Purnamidam. Please sing along. Oh, Sarvatma Snapana Sarvatma Snapana Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtana. Param Vijayate Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtana. Harinameva Kevalam Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtana. Gauranga pray Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtana. Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtana. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare All together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Everyone, last time. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Thank you so much. Shriya Kanta Kanta Parama Purusha Kalpataravo Dhruma Bhumis Chintamani Ganamayi Toyam Amritam Katha Ganam Natyam Gamanam Apivamsi Priyasaki Chidanandam Jyoti Paramapi Tadaswadyam Apicha. The spiritual world, every word. You try and speak something and it just comes out like a song. You try and walk. Just see, you guys are going to walk to Prasad right now and you're going to be dancing. It's just natural. This is the spiritual world. So thank you so much for letting us take part. Please support your local artists. It's very important. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Have a wonderful evening.
His Grace Gaura Vani Prabhu ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Bhaktivedanta Manor ki, Gaura Vani at Bhaktivedanta Manor next year ki, Go Premanande, Hari Hari Bo.